Okay, so how do we find the inverse of the given function y equals 3 over 2x minus 1? So take note that the goal is you have to find what is the value of x in this equation. Okay, so whenever you have a fraction, so you have y equals 3 over 2x minus 1, I can actually multiply both sides by 2x minus 1. In that way, I can eliminate the 2x minus 1. So no more 2x minus 1 on the right side, but the y will be multiplied to the 2x minus 1. The right side, on the other hand, will just be a 3. If I want to get the x, I need to distribute the y. So this becomes 2xy minus y is equal to 3. Since the goal is to get the x, we don't want this y to be on the left side. So I need to add a y so that I can cancel that y on the left side. But if I do that, there should be a plus y on the other side. So this becomes 0, and this is 2xy equals 3 plus y. So now that we have that, again, the goal is you have to find the x. So if your goal is to have that x, what will you do with the 2y? So what we can do is you divide it by 2y. That way, we can cancel the 2, we can cancel the y, and we have x equals 3 plus y over 2y. Finally, interchange x and y. You have x becomes y becomes x, and then you have 2x. This is the value of the inverse. Okay, so that's how you get the inverse. So finally, we just write the final answer. So f inverse of x is 3 plus x over 2x. Okay, so that's all. That's how you find the inverse of the function 3 over 2x minus 1. So how do we find the inverse of the function y equals 2x plus 3 over 4x minus 5?
You multiply each side by 4x minus 5.
Okay, let's try that. So y is equal to 2x plus 3 over 4x minus 5. So we multiply both sides by 4x minus 5. So what will happen to the right side?
The right side will just be 2x plus 3.
So this will cancel. So this is 2x plus 3. And you have 4x minus 5 multiplied to the y. What do you think should we do next?
It's gonna be 4xy.
4xy minus 5y
equals 2x plus 3.
plus 3. So remember, we want to get the x. If you notice, there's an x here, there's an x also on the other side.
So you put 4xy on the other side,
Or maybe
or 5.
we put 5y on the other side by adding 5y. So 4xy minus 5y plus 5y, 2x plus 3 plus 5y. But what about 2x? What should we do with 2x? We can have 2x there.
You multiply by negative 2 and
You sure?
you divide it.
But it's
Or
added.
you put it on the other side.
How do we put it on the other side mathematically?
You divide 2x by 2.
Are you sure that we should divide? Learn from what we did on the 5y.
Add 2x again.
But that will become 4x.
Negative 2x plus 2x.
So you subtract 2x.
Yes.
Okay, so minus 2x, but you have minus 2x also on the other side.
Yes.
And then,
It's gonna be
so what will happen to the left side?
4xy
4xy
2x.
minus 2x, so this 2 will become 0.
Yes.
What about the right side?
Equals 3 plus 5y
3 plus 5y, because the 2x and 2x will become 0. Remember, the goal is to find the x. How do you get the x from here?
Minus. Oh wait.
It's a common term. It's a common value rather.
2,
Hmm?
2x.
Y.
2x. No, we
2y.
want to get the x. What should we do with
Why?
it?
Why?
No.
Y?
Because
Is there a way that we can get that x? There's an x here. There's an x here.
you divide it.
Divide by 2.
Maybe, but I think that's not the faster way
Is
of
that a
doing it.
fraction, sir?
Eventually it will become a fraction. But I want to get that x. I want this to be a single x.
A single.
It's a common factor, so what can we do? If it's common to the terms 4x, y, and 2x, what can we do with the x? Anyone?
Multiply.
The reverse?
Inverse. What?
How can we get that x out? How can you rewrite 4xy minus 2x so that you can only have a single x? What do you mean by that?
Transpose.
Transpose?
What's it called?
No, not
You put
transposition.
4xy on the other side.
But that will split the x again. We want the x on one side.
Yeah.
I want to get that
Yes,
x.
4y.
4y. What will you do with 4y? And then? Yeah, what did you do? Why do you have 4y only?
And the terror.
So it would cancel for.
No, we're not dividing. Huh? This is not division. This is not division. Okay? Now, the idea is I want to get this x.
왜 붙이게 돼?
Is there a way that we can put that out
Divided by 2y.
from the group? This is a group. We want to get the x.
Put it on the other side.
But it will again split the x.
Put it together.
Put it together, but they're not similar.
Wait.
How can we get that x out? That's my clue. I almost...
Everything by x.
the x will be gone. It will be moved to the other side.
Divided all by 2.
Divide
Not by 2.
X squared.
Not by x squared.
4.
Not
No,
by
wait, here.
4.
My God.
4xy minus 2.
I want to get that x out. That's my
The
keyword.
2 x's.
Out. How can we get that out from the group 4xy minus 2x?
You take the 2 x's out. And make it 4y
But sir, put it
minus 2.
under the 3 plus 5y.
Not really. Richard, you were saying something.
You take out the 2 x's, then 4y minus 2.
So we take out the x. We take out the x and
4y
4y
minus
minus 2. Is that okay?
Yes.
4y minus 2. Okay, so you have 3 plus 5y. So what should we do next? We want to get the x.
You divide 4y
Divide.
minus 2 over 4y minus
So by itself,
yeah.
so 4y minus 2. So this will cancel.
Cancel.
So x, we got the x. 3 plus 5y over 4y minus 2. Finally, what is the inverse?
y.
So y is equal to
3 plus 5.
3 plus 5x over
4x.
4x minus 2. And then we just write the final form. So f inverse is equal to 3 plus 5x over 4x minus 2. So this is the inverse. Okay, so I hope that is clear. You can watch the video again just in case there is something that is confusing.
Oh, it's getting
Okay, that's it.